Cheers.
Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Chimido Dede and I'm the CEO of Pato Banton because we gave him you, we inspired you. When I heard you were coming, I was very happy to meet you. You are known in our in Kenya, in our ghetto, you know. So yes, Nigeria, and I met some young people who talk about you. I'm like, okay, we'll make it happen.
Make it happen.
You know, and you have a really good heart.
Thank you, brother.
You really care for what you've done. Give yourself. Yes. Madam, welcome. Yeah, so brother, the reason we are here today was just, I know you care so much about Kenya and the youth. So we thought of having you and then share some few words with the media, why you're in Kenya and what this day means for you.
Alright. Alright, so before I start, I'd like you to introduce yourself.
Rangi ya Pao ya Sudan, yeah? Charismatic Africa. I'm the official Pato Banton that in Kenya to a DJ.
Magwan.
I am Antoinette Roots Data. I am also the keyboardist for Pato Banton, and I'm also a musical artist and also have an organization called Stand Up for Justice in America. And we'd like to continue having conversations with Africa to sit there and see how we can bring about the African diaspora along with the African people together.
And this is also my wifey. Alright, so greetings everyone. I'm really happy to be here with all of you today. I'm excited about our concert today. Do I say Kibera or Kibra?
Kibra.
Kibra. Beach. I'm very happy to come to Kibra today to give you guys a concert and to meet all the media here today. Thank you for coming out. Is there any specific questions anybody has from me?
Welcome to Kenya, Pato Banton.
Thank you.
I'm Mima from Mima TV. Go Pato has been a hit for the last 4 years. I believe you're a British reggae artist.
Yes.
And when I looked at the comment section, you know, we had various flags from Kenya. That means that we love you a lot.
Yes.
And Go Pato has been a hit here for almost 2 years.
Yes.
So why does it feel like Go Pato became a hit in Kenya lately, rather than maybe being a hit like how it was in Brazil?
Fresh.
Yeah.
This is something hard for me to explain, but we've been traveling across Kenya now for 8 days, 9 days, and we've been to Meru, Katuru, Eldoret, Machakos, Kitui County. We've been to a lot of places and we've met a lot of people, and everybody's still excited about the song. The radio DJs are still playing the song, the TV is still playing the song, and I don't know how to explain it, but I can only say it's vibes. That's the only thing I can say, is that it's vibes, you know. It's like in Brazil. You know, Go Pato was a hit in Brazil maybe 20 years ago, and it's still a hit in Brazil now. It's still one of the most played songs in Brazil today. And every time I go there, it's big shows, big media, and I can only say it's the vibes. So I think that this song has a vibe that the Kenyan people like. I listen to a lot of the Kenyan music now, and a lot of the beat is the same kind of beat, you know. And once you play that beat and everyone start dancing, then you can put the other songs from the Kenya artists with the same beat. So it's good for the DJs too. So you know, we didn't promote Go Pato. There's no record company behind it. There's no money behind it. It's just the fans and the people love the song and play the song. And all I can say is Asante Sana. You know, that's all I can say. Asante Sana.
Okay, Pato Banton, my name is Edgar Diambo, a freelance journalist. My question goes to the CEO of Shopko, Kennedy Reggae. Currently, I've seen you are doing an amazing job whereby you are going to open one of the circles, currently helping the Malamboga and also the community at large. And today, you guys are also partnering with Pato Banton to have an amazing event. You guys are in the featuring the music. What is the main reason you guys are to partner together? What is the main reason for this? course, I know Pato Banton, but we don't know each other personally through the music.
Yes.
So I always believe in supporting the youth. So there's a young man who is now sick. Please, I hope you're feeling that. The brother is here. What?
Bon Sevic.
Bon Sevic. Good man.
Yes.
So
Very
he wrote
good.
me an email and asked me, Kennedy, Pato is coming to Kenya and we want to do something. We don't have support. It's about the youth, inspiring the young people. And I said, you know what? You work on that event. So I think honestly it's him who did it, and that's how it happened. But they are special people. For them to agree to that young man to come means a lot to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They genuinely came from their heart. So we are just so humble, and this is how we create movement. We're not about connecting.
So let me add to the story.
Yes.
There's a brother here named Collins. Collins, what's your full name? Come over here for a second.
Collins, come.
Come and stand up. Come stand right here, please.
Yes,
right
Collins,
here.
come.
So I put a message on Facebook saying I have a dream to come to Kenya because so many of the people in Kenya are sending me messages on the media saying please come to Kenya. Go Pato is a big song. They say a club banger. So come to Kenya. And so I put a message on Facebook saying my dream is to come to Kenya to do some shows for the people. And then this brother, he says, Pato, I am from the Kibera slums, Chocolate City. I would like to give you a tour of Kibera so that you can get to know the place and meet some of the people. And he also has a charity called Kibera Hope, Agape Hope for Kibera. And he said he wanted to give donations of food to some of the people who are struggling, So he asked me if I would help. And I said, yes, I would love to come. And then the tour was almost canceled. I didn't hear from him for 3 months. And then his brother, Bon Sevic, contacted me and said, Pato, would you do a free show in Kibera? And I said, I would love to do a free show, but we must include Collins because he invited me 3 months ago. So we got in contact with Collins, we spoke to Bon Sevic, and then we realized that there was no money. I didn't realize we was going to have to hire a sound system and a PA and all of these things and an event place. So I made a small contribution to the concert, and then Bon Sevic said, what's your name again? Kennedy from this organization he would contact him to ask if it would be possible to make this dream a reality. And when he contacted you, you said yes. And then we said, right, now we're going to do it. So that is the full story.
Wow, amazing story.
So the last question, my last question. Currently we are having this event and you guys now you guys are partnering with international artists. Are you also looking forward as the organization this new show? Are you also looking forward to invite other artists, the international artists, and also people like Diamond to come and also participate in these kind of activities? Because I know through these kind of events, also the youth are being motivated. Are you also planning to invite other artists to participate?
Yeah. So for today we have the better artists who are really happy to perform, and that's for us a way to promote their talent, right? This is just like a miracle. It happened. We never planned this, honestly. And I believe there's a reason why it happened. We will sit down and see what else from here we can be able to do. So let's see what's going to happen from today. So we're just so excited.
This is the start of something new.
Yes.
And hopefully this will be a great starting point and launching point for many of the artists in the slums who need a chance to get exposed to the world. Because trust me, this will be exposed to the world today.
Pato Banton, have you ever thought of doing your song or maybe any other music with any Kenyan reggae artists so far? Collaborations?
In a few months, you will hear some new collaborations with Pato Banton and Kenyan artists. I am keeping it a secret. But we are going straight to the studio when we get home. We already have 3 songs with 3 artists. Maybe 4 songs actually. But yes, we are working on this right now. And there's an artist from Kibera who also has a beautiful song about peace and love and unity. I'm very excited to record this song.
that's what I was gonna say was that when we first got here, the first night when Collins came to visit us at the hotel, we brought some of the Cuba artists over to the hotel and we started our little jam session that night. So there was a lot of great talent there. So we are actually gonna be writing some music together. So yeah, about love, yeah.
Okay, last question to our
Antoinette.
the last time you happen to have an idea, there is a clip that went viral with the game of English and it shows a high grade most of Kenya. And they feel like can you tell us exactly what really happened also? Because I know currently you're going to chocolate city and I know your security is on the TV. With chocolate, I know your security is on the TV. Can you just tell us exactly what really happened?
What happened in El Dorado? Well, it's kind of weird because this has happened to me before in Africa, you know, but when I had brought my keyboards, this is not my first time to Africa bringing my keyboards. And I'm always very hesitant about bringing such valuable equipment to Africa, but also at the same time, when I came before, I came with Anthony B before, I came with Glenn Washington, I've come with Sister Carol, and now coming together with Pato. It's like, we want to give you the best experience of what the music that when we're recording outside, you know, so the equipment is like stuff that I programmed for many years ago that we put together for like to give you like the professional sound of what we actually have. But sometimes there are instances, not all the time, but sometimes there's incidences where promoters try to put on a show and they don't actually have the funds to put on a show. And I've seen this happen in Jamaica, I've seen it happen in the Caribbean, and I've seen it happen all over America. And they think that putting on a show is an opportunity to be able to make some money. But the problem is that when it comes to promoters, you have to be in this business a long time. You actually have to have capital before you actually put on a show. That means you have to have money for the sound system, money for the security, money for the venue, money for all these different things. And then if you have the money up front and then you're able to sell your show, then you can make profit and make money. So what had happened was nobody had been paid, and we did not know about security because we don't actually travel with security. You know, we're not the
Let
kind
me
of...
explain.
Okay.
What happened was...
You weren't even there though.
Let me explain what happened. The promoter in Eldoret did hire the sound system, the stage, and the security. The venue was given to him for free,
Yes.
but he did not pay for the sound, the stage, or the security. So when it was time for the show, the stage and the sound companies said, no, we're not doing the show till we get money. And then the security tried to take her keyboards for their payment. And so Antoinette had to fight the security guards so that they would not take her keyboards.
In fact,
And then 5 of the girls from Eldoret helped Antoinette fight for the keyboards.
Yes, because they was fighting those guys.
And then she still has her keyboards.
Yeah.
Thanks to the girls and thanks to DJ X-Mati.
And WizKid, because WizKid was sitting there, Frank Kid, I call him WizKid, but Frank Kid, he was sitting there talking to them. He was talking to them. I said, no, everything is okay. He said, no, it's not okay. They want to take your keyboards. I was like, oh, hell no. So I went to grab my keyboards, and that's when this big guy, I mean, these are big guys. They're like 6'6", big dudes. It was not pretty. And when they were sitting there fighting with them, you know, with the keyboards or whatever. But the minute they put their hands on me, that's when they shut that down with the management came over there.
But apart from that, we had a nice after party in our hotel room.
With the girls from El Dorado.
With the girls that helped Antoinette. And we gave them a private show. And we had a good time. We had some nice drinks and some nice food. And everything else on the trip has been fantastic.
Thank you. Let's have 2 last questions and then we go on to conversation, please.
Okay, you know, it's crazy how Kenyan...
You're next.
Okay.
You first.
Okay, it's crazy how Kenyans jam up to this Go Pato song. And maybe for the people who are watching this video for the first time, maybe tell us who's Pato and where did Pato originate from? Thank you.
All right. I'll make it quick. Pato Banton was born in London, England. I grew up in a city called Birmingham. England, the same city as Steel Pulse and UB40. And I started, my stepfather was a DJ from Jamaica. And so I grew up in the sound system in the dancehall. And by the time I was about 10 years old, I started going on the microphone. And I was the #1 MC in my city for 7 years in a row until I started my career. And once I started my career, I've traveled the whole world many times and had many hits in different countries. And I'm just very happy right now. I'm now living in Los Angeles, still making music, helping other artists, and I do a lot of charity work for different communities around the world, me and Antoinette. And we're just very happy right now to have the opportunity to be here in Kenya.
Hi, my name is Miss Kennedy. I work for SPM Bus. And assuming it's your first time in Kenya, yeah?
Yes. As Pato Banton, yes.
As Pato Banton, yes. Is there any culture shock that you have experienced so far in all the places you've been to?
Yes.
And what's that?
The road, the highway, the driving.
The truck drivers. That's
Sometimes we are driving to a city, and when we look, we see 2 trucks coming. There's no road, so we have to drive off the road, you know. And then there was this big accident in Londiani, which was very sad. But I can understand why there's so many accidents. Then there needs to be more discipline, you know, more consideration of not only the drivers on the road, but also the guys on the motorbikes, the guys on the bicycles, the pedestrians walking, the people selling the food on the side of the road. There needs to just be more consciousness and just slow down, you know, because when they're rushing, they're going to take somebody's life just to save 5 minutes, you know. So that was the negative. The good culture shock is I love the food in Kenya, and these guys have shown me that when you're eating in Kenya, you don't need a knife and fork. You just wash your hands and you eat. And yeah, the food is very good. The people are very beautiful. The Kenyan women are very beautiful. I feel a lot of love from the Kenyan brothers. It's very heartical, you know. I don't feel a lot of negative jealousy or bad vibes. I know there is that. I know there is that in Kenya. But in my experience of Kenya, it's been very, very, very beautiful people. You know, and I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we are heading straight to Complete Grounds. Welcome to Crowd is ready for us.
Thank you.
Chocolate City.
Thank
Now
you.
heading to the Chocolate City. Yeah?
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Balacio.